I've had a very varied career. I've been a Baroque cellist in the Academy of Ancient Music, the Orchestra of the Age of Enlightenment, the English Baroque soloists. I've been a modern cellist in the Philharmonia Orchestra, the Scottish Chamber Orchestra, and also I've been involved in 19th century music played on gut strings, which really sort of is almost an avant-garde idea, applying the principles of performance practice and understanding how people played. But in the 19th century as well, there's an enormous amount to be learned about how people played in the 19th century. And so I've been a member of the Eroica Quartet and of Orchestre Révolutionnaire Romantique. I think for too long the old idea of a music college being a place where orchestral players come and do a bit of teaching, people kind of go along this little treadmill like a little sausage factory, they learn a fairly narrow amount of repertoire and they come out at the other end being able to play it better than when they went in, hopefully. For me, that vision is dead in the water. I think there's so much scope here at RCS where different disciplines can interact, where our students can learn to improvise, they can learn to devise pieces with dancers and actors. They can learn across disciplines, and they can learn also integrating with the CCS department, the Creative Contextual Studies department. They can learn about how the music works and how that influences how they play. Too often in music colleges, theory, understanding how music works, is siloed off into a department where people sort of pass through it in their first year and then forget all of that stuff. I want to help people understand how music works from the inside and how they can then respond to it better as an individual performer. The core to our string program is encouraging students to be the best possible players they can. That technical expertise that's at the, fundamental to any performer's abilities is so important. But we also want them to be round musicians, so that they're human beings first, musicians second, instrumentalists third. Not only have we got a wonderful integrated team of teachers working with our students get an hour and a half every week for 27 weeks of lessons with their first study. We're looking for students who obviously already have a high level of technical development, but also we're looking for people who are curious musicians. They want to learn about the role of music, about the role of their performance of music in society, about what they're doing with it, what the music means, what's the meaning of that music that they're playing. Why come and study at RCS? We've got an incredible range of teachers coming in to teach. Glasgow is the home of several wonderful world-class orchestras. We've got close relationships with those orchestras, with their principal players who are many of our main teachers. But also we're developing relationships across the college. We've got people coming in from acting who are working with our students on emotional projection, people from dance who are working with them on not just things like Baroque dance, but things like quality of movement, how the movements they make with their bodies can affect how the music sounds. We've got increasingly close ties with academic music, with thinking about how the music works and how that influences how we play it. It's creating an integrated program that I think prepares musicians for the future.